Did Amazon Prime slander you in the Shiny Happy People docuseries? If you, like the Duggar family, ever attended the Institute in Basic Life Principle events, taught or was taught from their materials, or went through their homeschool program, the answer is yes. In this video, you will see how they said you were either raising or being raised to be a predator. If you were a son in a family that was involved, we should assume you molested your own sisters. Or if you were a girl, we should assume you were molested by your brothers. And if you were a parent, you were a part of raising your children to be deviants. Does the Institute in Basic Life Principles, a Christian organization that the Duggar family participates in, teach children to become predators?
You know, you have this kind of parallel of Bill Gothard abusing young girls in his program and Josh Duggar abusing young girls in his home.
The Institute raises little predators.
Throughout the Shiny Happy People docuseries, the producers suggest that it was the teachings of Gothard and the Duggar parents that produced the predatory behavior that put Josh Duggar in prison. They also suggest that sexual abuse is prevalent within the IBLP organization and its followers. Is that true? Let's look at some examples and see how they continually push this baseless false narrative.
TLC created a PR show for Gothard's teachings.
This is much bigger than the Duggars. There are a lot of other people who are doing the same thing who haven't been caught.
This isn't the first time I've heard about this happening within this IBLP community. I look at Bill Gothard himself and what he has been accused of.
So much of the focus has been specifically on the Duggars and not on the Institute itself.
The Institute raises little predators.
We're all proud of these mothers and fathers who obeyed the Lord in bringing more sons and daughters into the world.
As you can see, they are putting clips together making the suggestion that IBLP teaches parents to raise children to be predators and uses the false allegations against Bill Gothard as an example of the foundational reason to believe it must be true. Then they come out and say straightforward that IBLP raises little predators. And after that horribly disgusting and slanderous statement, they show young mothers with their children, which suggests that these mothers are raising children to abuse others. That is the most slanderous thing imaginable to say about all these young moms and their children. How much clearer can slander be defined than to look at that one clip and see how the producers are suggesting such a heinous lie about all these beautiful mothers and their children? And look at the next part of the clip and how they continue with the slander.
There's been so many people that have been hurt by this so-called ministry. People look at Josh Duggar and they see a monster. But monsters are created.
Here again, they suggest that IBLP is hurting people by raising up monsters and linking the idea to Josh Duggar and his behavior. And in this next clip, they say it was prevalent in IBLP and that sons in IBLP families are predators upon their own sisters, making the clear suggestion that this is normal behavior within IBLP families.
It breaks my heart to think about my sweet cousins and anyone else in the IBLP.
Nobody in my circle was surprised when the allegations against Josh came out. It was so prevalent that nobody was shocked. That's what happens. Brothers do that.
Really? Do brothers just do that in IBLP? Where's the evidence that this happens more in families that followed IBLP teachings than in any other family? Where are the statistics to back up that claim? Does that mean that all these men who were featured in the Shiny Happy People docuseries, who were a part of IBLP growing up and were interviewed, just did that to their sisters? Are they suggesting all these men are predators then? That is an outlandish and slanderous claim against all the sons in families who attended IBLP events or were in the ATI program. If we were to believe this statement, we would also have to believe that these men were guilty of that kind of behavior and that this happened because they were deeply involved in IBLP growing up. Brothers just do that. Does that sound true? It's a completely slanderous lie. So far in these few clips, the Shiny Happy People producers have slandered all the moms who followed IBLP and all the sons who had sisters who participated in IBLP because they raised little predators and brothers just do that. There are plenty more examples throughout Shiny Happy People that show how they were trying to make the case that IBLP raised predators. But I'm only going to show you just one more short clip. I saved this one for last for a reason.
For me and a lot of other survivors, Josh's trial has given me a lot of hope. I hope for a reckoning.
A group of women come forward and sue IBLP, and then a little bit later on add Gothard into that lawsuit. The allegations are that Gothard sexually abused and harassed them. IBLP as an organization knew and chose to look the other way.
In this clip, you see Laura Smith, one of the prominent accusers of IBLP and Gothard in Shiny Happy People. And she claims she is a survivor, one of the buzzwords people use to identify themselves as victims, another buzzword, of a cult, another buzzword. These people are just oversized, lying bumblebees. They buzz all the time. You'll hear those words coming from them constantly. Victim, cult, survivor, sexual abuse, predator, and even the popular gaslighting and victim shaming or victim blaming. When you hear these words used in the context of the Duggars, IBLP, and Gothard, you are listening to the lying bumblebees. I did an entire video just about a couple of Laura's outlandish and unbelievable claims. And of course, again, she is linking the lawsuit against IBLP and Gothard to Josh Duggar and his behavior. Next time, an anonymous source contacted me, and now I have shocking new information. Remember this story?
When I was at a training center, one of the boys who was in charge of the maintenance at the training center, one night he came in and he climbed to my bed. I didn't know how to say, "I don't want you in my bed, get out please," because I'd never been taught that. And not only that, but any back talk was beat out of us at a young age. So I can say with experience that sexual assault in training centers within the Institute under Bill Gothard is very real and rampant.
I'll show you a podcast interview that Laura did where she tells a different account of this story that changes the narrative completely around. Thanks for watching, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe.